to Ride with Alina. My name is Alina and I am so happy that you have decided to try this 30-minute high-energy indoor cycling class. Each track we will be alternating between sprinting and climbing. In our sprints we will be using a light to moderate resistance, and in our climbs we will be using a moderate to heavy resistance. I will be coaching resistance on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely light and 10 being extremely heavy. Throughout the ride, our aim is to ride on the beat with the appropriate challenging resistance. Take water breaks as you need, try to push yourself in every interval, and let's begin. Alright, take one shoulder roll to the back, tilt from the hip. Perfect posture. Moving into our warm-up. Finding an 87 RPM, resistance of 3. A medium pace. Keep that chest up. Throughout this warm-up, we're going to have 2 opportunities to accelerate, 30 seconds for each interval. Put on a gear 4. And get ready to accelerate. 30 seconds, hands wide, hips forward. 120 RPM. Brace that core. Chest is still up. So take in that oxygen. That's it, riding on the beat. Slow. Find an 87 and leave the gear where it is. Resistance 4. A few deep breaths in and out. So throughout the ride, every other track will be either a sprinting track or a climbing track. So to add, ever so slightly, we have one more seated acceleration until we move into the workout. Hands wide, accelerate. Bringing energy into the legs. 15 more seconds. Our goal in this ride is to push as hard as we can in every single interval. Hold. Alright, team. Some sprints. Put on a resistance of 3, 87 RPM. Up next, 2 45-second intervals, both seated sprints. To start to add, we're moving into the work, team. Get ready to sprint. Take those hands wide. Shift the hips forward. 126 RPM. Resistance 5. When we sprint, our hips are forward. Our core is braced. Our hands are wide in position 2. So in just a moment, I'm going to give you the option to accelerate above the beat, above 126. Hold the gear and accelerate. Now we have control of this pace. Challenging the heart rate. Perfect technique. 5, 4, 3, 2, slow. Reduce to a 3. Find 87. We recover. Keeping the head up to catch our breath. Up ahead. Exactly what we just saw. A seated sprint 45 seconds on the clock. Put on a 5. Moderate. Let's go. 126. Can you hit the beat? Here you go. That's it. So we're on a 5. Your option this round is to add a 6 and hop out of the saddle for a 15-second stand sprint. So put on that 6. Hands wide. Hips forward. Bring it up. Chest proud. Like a high knee run. We're going to be seeing this attacking position throughout the ride. Hold on to it. Hold. Take a seat. Moving into our first climb. Add on a gear. Bring it to 64 RPM. We got a 30-second climb, followed by a 45-second climb, both of which are out of the saddle. So add on an 8. Extremely heavy, multiple turns, and we're gonna stand climb. Take it up, side to side. Listen to the beat. We're hitting that beat. Technique here, hands to the ends of our handlebars, but over the saddle, core brace. Option add. Side to side. 4, 3, 2, hold. Let's take a seat. Slight reduction and find 64. Roll in the pedals, team. In a seated climb, our hips shift back. Next up, we're adding 15 seconds to the block. I'm going to ask you to stand and accelerate at the end of the next climb. So start to add. Just below an 8. A resistance that slows your legs like you're riding through mud. Put it on. Take a turn and take it up. Don't forget to breathe. Add. Final 15 seconds. Shift the hands back. Shift the weight over the hips. Stand, accelerate. Only 15 here. Side to side. Essential core brace. Hold on to it. Hold. And let's take a seat. All right. A 45-second sprint up ahead. This track is like a breath of fresh air. So we got a 45-second sprint and a 60-second sprint, both of which are in the saddle. Out of 4, 87 RPM. We're going to accelerate to 125. Put on a resistance of 5, a racing gear, reach wide, shift forward. Small circles in the feet. .125 cadence. A cadence that we can reach. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it's not impossible. Position change, hands inside, arrow race. Duck down a bit. That's it. Knees in. 5, 4, Add a few turns. Bring it to a 7 and bring it up. Side to side. Stand build. Hips back. Chest up. The gear we have control of. Are you ready to sit? Are you ready for our second sprint? Start to accelerate, sit, reduce to a 5, and get on the rhythm. We're here for 60 seconds. Think about control. Try to keep the head up. Just like that, we're halfway. Readjust resistance if you need. If you're not on the pace. Perhaps add, perhaps take off. 15 to go. Arrow and accelerate. Breaking away. Slow. Grab some air, grab some water. We got our first endurance climb. So this climb is on 63 RPM at a 6. Every 30 seconds, we're gonna either change the gear or change the position we're riding in. Sound good? 30 more seconds until we begin. Oh yes, and every time we stand, we add gear. Starting with the 7, slowly add it on. Slowing you to 63. A challenging gear. Are you ready to bring it up? Take it up. Riding on the beat. Right, left, right, left. Butt tapping the saddle. Take the hands wide, shift the hips back. Seated climb for 30. Keeping the resistance 7 and staying on 63. I got a question for you. Is your core braced? Stay with it. Take a turn, take it to an 8, and get ready to bring it back up. Take it up. Every 30 seconds, the climb gets more challenging. When standing, we add gear, but when seated, we hold the gear, and it gets more challenging as we can no longer use the momentum of our body. Let's take a seat. Try closing your eyes and feeling the muscles in the legs. 15 more. Add one more gear, bring it to a 9, and when you're ready, bring it up. We're heels to the end. The legs are burning, the heart rate's up. The sweat is dripping. And the feeling is amazing. Get up that mountain. And slow. Stay standing and roll out the legs. Slight reduction in the gear, bring it down to a 7 and find a 62, side to side.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me.
We got 3 efforts in this track. We sprint in the saddle. First effort, 15 seconds. We recover standing. When we sprint, we have a gear of 5. When we stand, 7. Get ready for the first one. Start to speed up the legs. Take it down. Reduce to 5. 125. 15 on the clock. Push your limits here, team. Short and sweet. Slow, add a 7, and take it up. Let the heart rate cool. Next effort. We're adding time to add intensity. 30 seconds. 15 in the saddle, and 15 seconds up right here. Start to speed up the legs. Take a seat. Reduce gear. 125. Hit the rhythm. Put on a 6 and get ready to stand. Stand attack. 15. Chasing 125. Falling around 100. Slow. Add a 7. And move side to side. One more effort. In this one, let's find breathlessness. Identical to the last set. We know what's ahead. So let's give it our best effort. Start to speed up. Take a seat. 5 or 6. Ready to stand? Take it home. Knees up. Upper body light. And slow. Take a seat, reduce gear to a 3. Climbs. All right, team. In this track, we are on 67. Put that resistance of 7 back on. At the head. 1 45-second climb and 1 30-second climb. Heavy in the foot. Put on an 8 and get ready to take it up. Let's get it. On that down beat. Who wants more? Reach down, add. Final 15 seconds. Attack position. Bring the hands back. Shift the weight forward. Drive the knees up. Side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Reduce to a 7. Ever so slightly. Taking the challenge. Up ahead. Less time, more intensity. We got a 30-second effort broken up into two. The first 15 seconds is our traditional climb. The second 15 seconds, I'm gonna ask for you to speed it up. So turn it up. Put on an 8 and stand, climb. The gear is heavy, but we can accelerate to it. Start to speed it up. Above 67. Bringing it to 80. Keeping the hips back. Let's hit this one harder. Hold. Take a seat, reduce gear. All right, team. Back to the sprints. Shoulder blades up, back, and down. Find a 3. 87. Medium pace. I want you to envision yourself in a pack of riders. First up, 30-second seated sprints. Second up, 45. The goal is to ride faster than the others in this track. Put on a 5, 128, 30 on the clock. Let me tell you a secret. Our bodies can do so much more than what our minds let them. So take control of your workout. Three, 2, reduce. 87. 30-second recovery. Up ahead, 45-second seated sprint. Last 15, we're gonna accelerate above 128. But for now, turn it up. 5, reach wide, go. Faster than you were in the last set. I know it feels uncomfortable. It's supposed to. Because when we challenge ourselves, we get change. Arrow. Speed it up. Above 128. The ultimate sprinting challenge. Race to the finish line. Recover. I invite you to take some water and catch your breath. Because up next, we have our final working track. Our final working track. Find a resistance of 6. That brings you to an RPM of 70. This is a traditional mountain climb, team. 2 peaks. 130 seconds, 145. And the song speaks for itself. Start to add. We're gonna put on an 8, and we're gonna stand. Take some turns, and bring it up. Let's get it. This song screams mountain climb on the beat. Side to side, core brace, butt back. Hands, edges of the handlebars, light in the upper body. Take a seat. Be kind, but not too kind. Staying on 70. One final effort. Let that sink in. What kind of energy are you going to bring into this last set? Start to add. I want you to max out. Make that promise to yourself. Throw in an 8. Maybe a 9. As if this was your last climb. Bring it up. Getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Yes. Add. Option, volume up. Final 15. Hands in position 2. Hips forward, attack! Drive them up! You and me. 5, 4, 3, 2. Amazing work. Reduce gear all the way down to a 2. Find an 87 resistance. Incredible effort. We're gonna cool down. Right now, focus on lowering your heart rate and your breathing rate. Keeping that chest crouched. And reflecting on the past 30 minutes. We're gonna do an acceleration, nice and light, bringing it to 100 RPM. Nothing crazy. Take the hands wide. Hopefully you enjoyed that ride as much as I enjoy teaching it. And push up. Let's do some shoulder rolls to the back. 3 of them. Interlace the fingers. Bring them up overhead. And drop the shoulder blades down. Grab onto one wrist. Pull it to the opposite side. And switch. Hands down. Head tilts to one side. And switch. Tilt from the hip. We got one more acceleration. So important to recover so we can come back stronger. Hands wide. And let's go. If you like the ride, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, perhaps share with some friends and family. Start to slow. We're not quite done yet. One more slight acceleration. Trust me, the song will kick back in. And let's go. Now team, if your heart rate's still up and you need some more time on the bike, feel free. We're going to take the resistance all the way down. Slow the legs. engage, and meet me off for the bike. Alright, so grab onto an ankle or a foot for a quad stretch. Knees together, chest up, pushing the hips forward. We're going to take some time to stretch out those climbing muscles, those sprinting muscles, because they sure were worked hard. Switch sides. Take that ankle over the opposite knee, figure four, glute stretch. Back straight, flexing the foot to protect the knee joint. And switch sides. Ankle over knee. Dig that heel into the floor for a hamstring stretch. Straighten the front leg, pulling the hips back and keeping the back flat. And switch sides. Hamstrings are responsible for the second half of the pedal stroke, the pull part of the push-pull. Take your hands on your handlebars, feet hip width apart, sink back, and come up onto your toes, eyes up to the sky, and bring it down. Let's take one deep breath in, reach up to the sky, and release. Thank you so much for coming. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified next time there's a class. My name is Alina, and I'll see you in the next ride.